Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Missy Money channel. I'm Missy and I'm a mom of 3 and the owner of Missy Money, a small business that specializes in minimalist and aesthetic cash stuffing essentials to help inspire and motivate you on your personal finance journey. Today I'm going to be doing a cash condensing of my sinking funds and one of my savings challenges. If that's something that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned. All right, guys, so this video is a little bit different for me. I've never done a cash condensing video. I have done cash stuffing videos, obviously, before, and I've done cash condensing, but I've just never filmed a video on it. So we'll go ahead and see how this goes. Maybe it's helpful, maybe not, but we'll go ahead and try it. So I did go ahead and do a quick trip to the bank just to get some additional $100 bills, and then also grabbed a couple 50s. So I think I got $1,300 total, so I'll just count that out and make sure that that's what I have. I pulled this from my savings just temporarily because as soon as I do the cash condensing, it will be going right ahead and go back into the bank. So I'll do a reconciliation at the end to make sure that I've got the right amount and I can go ahead and put this back into the bank. So let's see, I think I've got, like I said, $1,300 total. So we'll just do a quick count. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100. 1150, 12, 1250, $1,300. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I don't think I have any ones that I need to condense. And then the other thing that I'm gonna go ahead and put in my cash tray is I think I will be needing some placeholder bills. These are the placeholder bills that I just recently launched on my shop. So I've got a couple of 500 placeholder bills and a $1,000 placeholder bill because I'm pretty sure Christmas is at 1,000, so I'll be able to go ahead and use that one. So I am going to start, which one do I want to start with? I think I'm going to go ahead and just go in the order that I normally do. So I'm going to pull out my long-term sinking funds and we'll just go through and see what we are able to condense. So long-term sinking funds, one of the reasons that I want to start with that is because when it comes to long-term sinking funds, I'm okay with it being larger bills because I won't need to go in and pull smaller bills for like card purchases very often. So this is one where I know I can condense as much as I can. So emergency, let's see what we've got. We've got 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 50, 55, 355. So I'll keep those. I'm going to do 300, 50, and then keep the 5. So I put in 150. 40, 60, 80. Yep, that's right. Okay. And I will just go ahead. I'll do one big count at the end to make sure that I did everything the right way and hopefully it works out. So emergency has 350. Christmas, I think, has 1,000. So if it does, I'll be able to do a $1,000 placeholder, which will be great. So 500, 6, 7, 8, 850, 870, 890, 910, 930, 950, 970, 990. Yep, 1,000 exactly, which is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and condense this whole thing down to $1,000 placeholder. And for those of you that are new to cash stuffing or just have never seen me use placeholders before, I have a single savings account. And when I use a placeholder, that tells me that I have 1,000, in this case, $1,000 that's sitting in my savings account is tied to my Christmas fund. So when I need to go spend for Christmas, what I'll do is just take this placeholder out. I'll take $1,000 out of the bank and I'll put it back in my envelope and I can go ahead and shop for Christmas. But because Christmas is, seasonal, I don't tend to shop for it throughout the year. By using the placeholder, I know that that amount of money, whatever placeholder is in that envelope, is sitting in my savings account and accounted for and tied to the placeholder bill that's sitting in whatever envelope it's sitting in. So that's how placeholders work. It just helps you kind of keep a fewer number of bills in your envelope, especially for, like I said, sinking funds or envelopes where you don't need to have the cash on hand often. So holidays has 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. So I will go ahead and condense that down into just $200 bills. And holidays for us, you know, excluding Christmas, is going to be primarily Halloween. So costumes for the kids for Halloween. And then is also going to be for Thanksgiving. Last year for Halloween, I don't know why I'm having a hard time talking. Last year for Halloween, we always will let the kids pick whatever they want to be for school's Halloween. So they get to dress up and go to school. So they get to pick that costume. And then for trick-or-treating, we do a group costume. So a couple of years ago, we did, gosh, the first year we did a group costume, we did Up, the movie Up. The year after that, we were all farm animals. Maverick wanted to be a farmer, so the rest of us were farm animals, which was fun. And then last year, we were the Scooby-Doo gang, which was super fun too. So I'm not sure what we're going to do this year. If you have any group costume ideas, throw them in the comments. I would love to see your creativity. So medical has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 195. Man, if I only had $5 more, I could condense that down, but we will just go ahead and do the best we can. So we'll do 100, 50, 195. So, yep. We'll at least free up some 20s. Into medical. All right, insurance has 50, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250. So we can get that down. Which is awesome. All right, home has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55. So we can do 100, 50, and then we'll keep the 5. Just like choked on my own spit. That was embarrassing. All right. $155 back into home. Lawn, I have 210, so I'll just swap that out for a 20. Not much, but it's all we can do. Car, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 115, 120, 125. So I'll keep a 5 and a 20. Swap that out for a $100 bill. All right. I don't know why, but I always put, I'm curious how you guys do it. I always put the higher denominations in front. Is that how you all do it? Is that weird? I don't know. All right, anniversary. Anniversary has 50, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, 300. That's great. We can do all 100s for that. Okay, and that is it for my long-term sinking funds. And then I'm really going to bounce around here because the next one I think I'm going to condense is my Magical Vacation Savings Challenge. And the reason that I'm going to do that is because Magical Vacation Savings Challenge is actually the only savings challenge that I am going to condense. Maybe I'm weird, maybe this is weird, but for savings challenges, normally like the 12-month savings challenge or the 52-week savings challenge, there is a huge amount of satisfaction I get from finishing that challenge, having it all be in cash and like actually getting to unstuff and count all the cash up to see what I saved. So I am saving for that moment. I'm going to be able to do that. I started both at the very beginning of the calendar year, so I'm going to be able to do both of those unstuffings at the end of December. So I'm not going to touch those. I'm not going to condense along the way just because I love that moment of being able to finish a challenge and then count it up. Exactly how it was saved. The Magical Vacation Savings Challenge is a little bit different though, because I know that I've got a lot of bills in here and I'm just going to be saving more in this challenge. And there's just no way that I'm going to be able to have all of the cash the way that I'm saving this stay in this binder. It just wouldn't be physically possible. And I don't want it all sitting in the binder. I want to have some of it just as I get good increments. I want to keep it in the bank and use placeholders. So I know that what that portion that's in my savings account is tied to the Magical Vacation Savings Challenge. So that one's a little bit different. And the other reason that I don't want to keep this all in this binder is because I know that this challenge is going to take me a long time to complete. We're talking over a year for sure to save up for this challenge, likely longer than that, year and a half, maybe even 2 years. And so that's another reason that I just don't want to keep this all in the binder the whole time. So I know airfare already, if you can see that on camera, already has a boatload of bills. So we're going to go ahead and condense this one for sure. And the reason I'm doing this second is because this is one where I do want to have bigger bills or placeholders in this challenge versus my short-term sinking funds or my kids binder. I'm okay having kind of a mix of bills in those. So that's why I'm doing the savings challenge next. So airfare, let's go ahead and count it up. I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500. Awesome. 10, 20. Okay, so we are going to do a $500 placeholder and a 20 in airfare, which brought that one down to be way more manageable, which is great. So let me go ahead. This 20s bucket is getting really cramped. Okay, and then I've got the 2 10s. And I just went ahead and made a note of the placeholders that I am putting in because that will be additional cash that I should have. So when I'm doing the reconciliation at the end, I know exactly how much I should be having when I'm counting the total. So hopefully that works out. All right, let's see what else we can condense. Accommodations, I think, has 2 50s in it, and I'm just gonna swap those out for a 100. And that one was easy. All right, food and drinks. Food and drinks, I'm definitely gonna be able to condense. I didn't think I had ones in here, but I was wrong. All right, food and drinks should have 30. Let's see, 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Awesome. So I will go ahead and get that down. I do not have a place to put ones because I didn't think I had any. So I will just pop those in the very back. Okay. Tickets, I think I'll be able to condense just a bit. I was surprised when I was doing research on Disney, kind of what it costs to take a family of 5 to Disney. When I was setting goals for each of these different categories, and tickets were one of the more expensive categories. And I don't know, I was kind of surprised by that. We live by a theme park. So in my head, I kind of had theme park price tickets, but for good reason, because it's a much different experience. Disney tickets were just way more than I thought they were. So Disney tickets now has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Which is what it should have. And we're using the Magical Vacation Savings Challenge for Disney, but you definitely don't have to do that. That's just what we decided to do, what we're saving up for. The kids are a good age to do it, so, or will be. Callie's a little young, but like I said, we're gonna have to save up for this for a while. So by the time we have saved up for it, she'll be a good age for it. All right, activities. Has 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I'm just going to swap out these 5s for a 20. And then I mentioned this in my other video, but in case you're new and just kind of happen along this video and haven't seen any of my videos before, I also have a regular vacation savings challenge in the shop. Can't do anything with that. So if you're not in the Prince, Princess, fairy tale stage of life, you can go ahead and check that one out. And then emergency is already condensed as well. So I think that's all we can do because other already has 100s in it. So that is it for the Magical Vacation Savings Challenge. Next, I'm going to go ahead and see if there's anything I can do to condense my short-term sinking funds. So shopping has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So 170. So I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Pop the rest of it back in here. Whenever I go to the bank, I get so jealous of their like automatic machine cash counter. And I looked up because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get one of those so like I can have that when I unstuff a savings challenge or, you know, do a condensing. They're so expensive. Like the really good ones that actually work are so expensive. So probably not gonna get that. All right, date night has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 25, 30, 35. So I will do, I think I'm going to do 250s for that. So 250s, a 20, a 10, and then a 5. Because for date night, we probably won't spend $100. So if I put that on the card, I want to be able to make the change for it to be able to put it into my spent envelope. So I'll do 50s for that. Family Fun has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 25, 30. Same thing. I think I'm going to do 2 50s and then I'll do a 20 and a 10. Family Fun, it's usually just something small with the kids, like local and small. So I don't think I would need a $100 bill on that one. Clothing has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 210, 215, 220, 225. I am going to use the 100 for that. Then I'll do 50, 20, and a 5. Make sure that's right. 100, 150, 200, 25. Yep. All right. Self-care has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. So I will do 450s for that instead. Lola and Luna have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 210, 220, 225, 230, 235. I don't think there's a ton I can do because I'm out of 50s. So I will have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 35. I might not be able to do much else for this condensing. I know I've got some 5s and 10s in the kids binders, so we can probably get a little bit of that condensed. I should have gotten out more 100s and 50s. I didn't think I would have this much to condense. Gifts has $20, nothing you can do with that. Kindness, I think, is all 20s. Yep, so nothing I can do there. And miscellaneous, all 20s and a 10, so nothing I can do there either, which is fine. All right. And last, we'll see if there's anything I can do in the kids binder, and then we'll call it a day for this condensing. So I think the kids, I am going to be able to do a little bit of condensing. So kids each, I think, have 45, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yep. So I'm going to be able to get that down to 20s at least. What did I do? That was weird. All right. We'll do that for each of them. I haven't spent anything out of the kids' envelopes, so I know that they've all got the same amount. Do the same for Callie. I don't know what I'm gonna spend Callie's on because she's so little. It's not like she can tell us like something she wants. But I feel like it'd be weird to not do the same thing for her that I'm doing for the big kids. She thinks she's a big kid. That girl is crazy. My kids follow like to a T the stereotypes of a first child, second child, and third child. Like Maverick is very careful. He's very cautious. He like is very observant. He likes to kind of figure things out by observing and being visual and in his mind before he goes and does it. Remy's much more tactile. Like she likes to learn by doing. She's just, she's kind of like hands-on. And then Callie's an absolute lunatic, just a little fun, rambunctious, little independent lunatic. Like she would fall off a cliff if you let her, just following her brother and sister. I think she just thinks she's one of the big kids, so she just goes. And it is so funny because they're all so different, but that keeps it fun and interesting. All right, I can swap out these 2 5s for a 10. I'm not counting these since I just did this cash stuffing and because I don't have any 50s or 100s left. So I'm kind of just doing a visual check to see if there's anything I can condense. Like here, I could condense 2 5s into a 10, but that's all I can do for this one. Birthdays, I can't do anything. Kids clothing, I can swap the 5s for a 10. For those of you that have kids, are your kids different like my kids, like totally different personalities, and do they follow the stereotypes? I'm going to take the 4 5s out of here and put in a 20. Just funny how, especially since they're all so close in age, like you would think that there would be more similarities. They all get along, but they're just so different. It's so funny. Ooh, we have something we can do back here for sure. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. So keep that. We can get 2 20s swapped out. Well, now I know next time I do a cash condensing, I need to have a lot more 100s. All right, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So I'll keep a 10. Do 2 20s in that one. And let's see if they're, yep, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. I'll keep that 5, and then we can do 2 20s in this one as well. All right. Set that aside. And then the last step is the task of adding this all up and seeing if I did the math the right way. So I will want to have, I had $1,300 out of the bank, but I put in a $1,000 placeholder into Christmas. I had a $500 though, so that's another $500 that I should have in cash. And then I put a $500 placeholder into airfare in my Magical Vacation Savings Challenge. So that's another $500 placeholder that I should now have in cash. So total, I should have $2,300. So, oh boy, now I'm nervous. Let's see if that nets out that way. I'm gonna start with 20s and I'm just gonna make piles of 1,000. All right, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1000. Actually gonna pop that in here. All right, let's do the next 1000. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 800, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 900, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300. That makes $1,000 there. $10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 300. I'm going to be honest, I did not think that that was going to work out. I was getting nervous when I saw that stack of fives, but that is exactly right. So 1,000, 2,000, 300, which ties to the $1,300 I took out of my savings. So I will go ahead and it will replenish that. And then that ties to the two placeholders that I put into my sinking funds and savings challenges. So that is awesome. Again, this was a new kind of video for me. So hopefully this was interesting, helpful. I'm not sure what I'm hoping for this video, but as always, if you went ahead and stuck with me through this whole video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for engaging. And if you are on your own personal finance journey, as always, I wish you a simple budget, a calm mind, and a happy life. Thanks so much.